when people say, "Oh, they're not really socialist," it's like,
well, now they're saying I mean, Mom Donnie absolutely embraces the title. And by the way, I think if he wins in New York, they're all going to embrace it. Because they always learn the wrong lesson. So if he wins in New York, oh wow, he called himself a socialist. Maybe we should. And you'll see more people leaning into it.
I completely agree with that. I do believe
Which
that
is
Mondami's,
unbelievable.
well, it's Mondami's election in New York is going to kind of tip them over even further, which makes me think that the midterms coming up in 2026 are going to be. There is no conventional wisdom because the Democrats have changed who they are so much.
They've changed the calculus completely.
That the calculus has to look differently.
Yeah, I think conventional wisdom is not as helpful here for a few reasons. One, Democrats today have, I mean, their party image is at an all-time low no matter what survey you look at, Quinnipiac, Wall Street Journal, you name it, it's all all-time lows. I mean, 20%. I mean, it's barely a group chat at this point, okay? And I told my dad the other day, I said, the party of FDR has become the party of DNR. Do not resuscitate. and that's a problem. B, this issue of the kinds of people who they're going to run, what they're willing to say, what they have to say to win primaries drives them even further from the mainstream of our politics. And C, look, this redistricting effort around the country may actually net out a few seats for the Republicans in the House. We'll see what all the states end up doing. But it feels like there's probably a few seats coming Republicans' way. You throw all that into the bucket, Republicans may outkick their historical coverage on this. I still feel like, even though we had a couple of recruiting misses, maybe that the Senate will be fine.
Yeah.
And so Trump has a chance here to beat the North. And look, by the way, there's historical precedent for it. Biden did it.
Right.
In 22, Biden had terrible numbers. Independents were sour on the Democrats, and they wound up voting for the Democrats. And so it does occur where conventional wisdom doesn't hold. And you might be right about this one.
Yeah. I tell you, the Democrats it is amazing to watch because, as a guy who has been fighting the Democrats, well, since 1980, when I first was 10 years old calling for Ronald Reagan. But getting in the mix in 1994, being a part of the revolution, boss gets elected, being in Congress for 15 years as a staffer and helping other people get elected.
Yeah.
It is, I have always believed that the Democrats were better than the Republicans when it came to campaigns and messaging because I felt like we were getting our heads kicked in all the time. I mean, I went in and helped Tom Coburn in his Senate race in 2004. The campaign that his opponent ran was a masterclass. It was Oklahoma. It was 2004, and Tom Coburn went into Labor Day 12 points down.
Yeah.
So we had to work hard to get that back because they ran such a great campaign. And now it just feels like they can't find it with both hands to save their life.
Trump is a reality distortion field for them. Yeah. They cannot see the damage they're doing by reflexively opposing him about everything. I mean, take the immigration issue. Only the fringe wants the border to be open.
Yeah.
And it was wide open. And everybody here in Arizona knows it. Wide open. Everybody in Texas knows it. Everybody in California knows it. Everybody in Kentucky knows it. Nobody wants that. Nobody really wants to coddle transnational, violent, narco-terrorist gangs who've infiltrated the country.
Right.
Yet you have U.S. senators like Chris Van Hollen going to El Salvador to have margaritas with MS-13 gangbangers that Trump got rid of, and then they brought him back. What in the world
gave him his 50th due process rights or whatever it was?
I read this week
that
guy has seen 20 different judges.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Now,
where is he going now?
Uganda.
Uganda.
But even that, somebody put a stay on that. Now he's got to get another hearing about Uganda. But if I had to sit on another television show and have somebody say, "We're just asking for due process," the guy saw 20 judges.
Yeah. That's
it's
way
crazy.
Far beyond that.
But to your point, how do you make a campaign out of that? I mean, ultimately, what are you appealing to? American citizens who want to know what you're doing for them.
Yeah.
Who is being helped by bringing Kilmer Abrego Garcia back to the United States? Not a single person.
Yeah.
And but it's all Trump. If Trump, if he were not around, I just can't imagine these people would have gone so crazy. This is a Trump superpower. The ability to drive his opponents to the brink or over the line of insanity. And it serves him well because they always go there.
Well, and it seems that he sets them up for it so well.
And they can't see it.
And they bite
and they
on
do
it
anyway.
They bite on it and they go right into the deep end.
It's like, let's take a long-term Democrat article of faith, tariffs.
Yes.
And let's just plop it on top of them and watch their head explode.
Now they're all free market conservatives.
Yeah, it's like, what in the world?
I told some people in the White House back when this all started, I said, now that the Democrats have embraced all this idea of, free markets and low corporate tax, you ought to just say, well, let's join hands and zero out the corporate income tax in this country. Let's do it for a couple of years and see what happens. I don't know. I mean, maybe they would do it. I don't know. But I mean, to hear Democrats tell it now, they're the low tax party because of the tariff issue. But you're right. I mean, it is. If he says it, they will literally do the paper straws. That's another one. That's another one. I was in the Oval Office earlier this year because I was there to pitch. It was in February to pitch the president on my book that I'm writing. And it was the day he signed the paper straw order. And like clockwork, the planet is going to die if we get rid of the paper straws, which, by the way, are more toxic than plastic straws.
Of course they are.
The chemicals in paper straws that then dissolve in your drink within 3 minutes will literally kill you. Trump did right on this.
He's saving America.
He's literally saving you personally from these paper straws. Democrats, their heads just start spinning.
But that's true Democrat. The radical leftist environmental movement Democrats are the ones, they literally want to kill humans because that would be better for the planet.
Well, jeez.
I'm just saying.